they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him, because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working from the gun, it's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Carr now on 1st down. Finds his man, that's Olave on the crossing route. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. A look at the numbers last week for Olave. 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Carr. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown the treadmill, because you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
Somehow they won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Cousins on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. For the Vikings, it's 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You look at this Saints defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now...
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Derek Carr and the Saints set to go back on offense. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 5. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
We got ourselves a ball game. Those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the play. what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Draw play. Madison. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Carr. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only about 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
I believe in you. Oh, let's go.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A little juke. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. How come the Vikings don't have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd? Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Cousins here going to change the play. Here's Madison running on first down, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play action now. Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Cousins now from the 50. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Hey, we're good.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage.
It's a loss of 5.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
In every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Focus, boys.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Slant pass complete to Olave.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. Again, it's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Quick slant here to Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Carr now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing.
He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Spurs. Black. Hey, Steamer.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On second down, Cousins again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Listen to me. Throw it. Doesn't matter what you get.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Just keep the ball moving.
Throwing, Cousins. He'll get this underneath to Madison. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 36-yard line.
Keep pushing the rock down the field.
Again, it's Cousins. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10. In motion right is Osborne.
Hey, steamer. Good routes here.
Second down, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Two. Yo.
On third down, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for... It really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run it again with Kamara. Oh, look at the juke. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did it with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
On second down, Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and